So Tony Khan has a bad habit of going in too soon with these big matches, booking these big time matchups between two wrestlers that fans really want to see wrestle. And in the case of Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland, this is a match that is happening too soon. I mean, we just saw Will Ospreay debut like 3 months ago. Okay? They already gave Will Ospreay the AEW International Champion, which is the AEW's mid-card title. Swerve just won the AEW World title back in April. Okay? We never got a rematch between Swerve and Samoa Joe. That would have been pretty good if we had a rematch. And the feud with Christian Cage was just one-off. It could have extended to the summer months. Right, you even had the Mongol Ambassador turn on Swerve. That could have been a whole feud. And AEW, they just kind of move on from things too quickly. They have a tendency to move on quick from feuds and storylines, and they don't allow things to just play out. Okay, Swerve's group turned on him during the Christian Cage feud. And now all of a sudden, once Swerve beats Christian at Double or Nothing, we just move on from that. As if it never happened. And see, that's the problem, because that's the group that led Swerve to getting over. And you could have turned that into a 2-month, 3-month program. And with Will Ospreay, it's too early to just throw him in the AEW World title picture. He just won the international title. Instead, you should have him defend that title, build up his title reign to be legit, have him defend that title against other mid-card talents. But no, you just throw him right in the main event scene with Swerve at Forbidden Door. And you see, this is why wrestling fans cannot, some wrestling fans at least, we can't invest into AEW. AEW is very hard to invest in sometimes because, once again, Tony Khan is not allowing storylines to play out. Like, your world champion should be in the most meaningful storylines. Okay? You're just booking a whole bunch of dream matches that have no storyline, that have no background whatsoever, no groundwork at all. It's just, we're going to book this match for the sake of having yet another 6-star, 7-star Dave Meltzer match. That's it. Another 6-star, 7-star match. We know that AEW is capable of putting on fantastic wrestling shows, wrestling pay-per-views. They do it every month consistently. But at some point, the storylines have to make sense. The matches themselves have to make sense. You have to create more meaningful storylines, especially for your world champion. I mean, the storyline with Christian Cage looked very promising, right? Especially with Christian Cage kind of manipulating the Mongol Ambassador to turn on Swerve. Okay, we could have explored that storyline maybe for another month and then move on from it. You could have had a situation where Keith Lee came back and helped Swerve, take out Mongol Ambassador. You could have even pushed Brian Cage to face Swerve for the world title. You could have pushed him as a contender for the world title. But no. Once again, Tony Khan, he quickly moves away from, these one-off storylines that could be extended for a month or two. Okay, we're continuing the Elite storyline, right? With Jack Perry, the Young Bucks, and Okada. That's good, right? Obviously, it's going to be 4 of them versus 4 selected wrestlers that represent Tony Khan. And that's going to be your blood and guts match in July. Cool. But what about your world champion? This is why some people are starting to sour and kind of give up on Swerve as the world champion, because you're just creating more dream matches. See, this is why MJF is the face of AEW. Okay? You weren't just booking MJF's world title reign for the sake of having all these dream matches that fans wanted. No, MJF created great moments on TV. He's responsible for the best storylines and programs in AEW history. Swerve can also be part of the greatest storylines in history too. And there's potential there, but you don't pull the trigger. I mean, Swerve has unfinished business with Hangman Adam Page. Eventually, we're going to get back to that storyline, because those two hate each other kayfabe-wise. That's a very heated program. You can also explore Keith Lee and Swerve and make that into a storyline. Keith Lee is jealous of Swerve's success in AEW. Keith Lee was put in the back burner. He was forgotten about. He was at home on his couch watching Swerve, get all the success. You can make a storyline out of that. There's things to go back and revisit. But no, we just jump right into this big match that could be saved at All In, or save it for next year. And the rest of the year, build up Will Ospreay's title reign as the international champion. Because now it just feels like we're forgetting about the international championship. Okay? And it's like with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. When Cody Rhodes came back, you didn't just throw Cody in the main event scene with Roman Reigns. You didn't just book that match for SummerSlam in 2022. No. They waited a whole year for Cody to come back at the Rumble, win the Rumble, and then challenge Roman. They didn't just give you Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, because we all knew once Cody came back, that was the match that we all wanted to see. That was the marquee match that was going to eventually happen. But it was a marquee match that we were all going to have to wait for. So Tony Khan is not making us wait for this match. No, we're going to get it. We're going to get it now. We're going to get it at Forbidden Door. There's plenty of opponents that Swerve can defend his title against. Plenty of opponents. Plenty of options. Just have Will Ospreay defend that international championship against someone from Japan or Mexico and build up his title reign. And this is the problem right here, because it's like, the more you give Will Ospreay, I feel like, the more quickly fans are going to turn on him. Like, the more you give a wrestler so soon, it's like the fans will reject that wrestler. No matter how good they are. You saw it in WWE. You saw it with many guys who were given so much so soon, the fans turned on them. You know why? Because the fans want to be on a roller coaster with their favorite wrestlers. They want to They want to feel like that wrestler is having to work through adversity and someone that is struggling to get to the top. They have all these obstacles, all these shortcomings, all these, everything against them. They want to see their favorite wrestler overcome the odds, not just steamroll through everybody, not just beat everybody, and just be given all these opportunities all quick. Then, like, what's the point of being behind that wrestler? You know what I'm saying? How are we supposed to invest in this match if it's being handed to us so soon? See, back in the day, Vince McMahon, say what you will about him, but he was very strategic and very smart in booking the marquee matches. He knew the marquee matches that fans wanted to see, and he made us wait for those matches. Okay, he didn't just give you Rock and Austin right away. Okay, when Rock and Austin became, megastars, he didn't just throw them on Raw, SmackDown, or a Backlash or a Judgment Day every B-level pay-per-view. No, he made us wait every other WrestleMania to see Rock and Austin. He didn't throw it on live TV, free TV. No, he made us wait for Rock and Austin on WrestleMania 15, 17, and 19. He made us wait. He made us wait for Shawn and Triple H, Shawn and Bret. He made us wait for Undertaker and Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 25 and 26. That WrestleMania 25 was legendary. That match was dope. Right? It was the match of the year of 2009. But Vince wasn't just going to book that match for a SummerSlam or a B-level pay-per-view. No, he was going to make us wait the following WrestleMania for that match. And that's why Vince is one of the greatest bookers of all time, because he knows what the marquee matches are going to be, and he knows what the fans are going to want to see in terms of the marquee matches. And he knows the right guys to put in that position for those marquee matchups. And he'll make us wait. Build up that anticipation. See, Tony Khan doesn't know exactly how to build up anticipation for these type of matches anymore, because if you're just throwing them to wrestling fans, like here's another dream match to watch, you get the idea that Tony Khan is not really a booker. He's actually just a fan booking the show. He's not actually a wrestling booker. He's a mark. That's all he is, a wrestling mark. And I guarantee you, by the time this match is over, Forbidden Door is over, people are going to be quoting it, oh, the greatest wrestling match of all time, blah, 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 match of the year. Great, cool. How many match of the years have we had in AEW in the past 5 months? We said the same thing about Will Ospreay and Bryan Danielson. Okay? Other matches involving Will Ospreay, other matches involving Bryan Danielson, Kenny Omega and MJF, or whoever you want to name in AEW. It's match of the year, right? But my point is, you're not making us wait. You're not building up the anticipation. This is a marquee match for AEW. And now it's not anymore because you didn't make us wait for it. You didn't give it more anticipation. You didn't give it more build-up. You could have teased Swerve and Will Ospreay confronting each other backstage, show them together on camera, just kind of teasing us, teasing the match, right? But they're off doing their own thing. Okay? Will Ospreay's busy adding value and, building up his AEW international title reign. He's making it the most important title, while Swerve Strickland is busy off feuding with other wrestlers that are gunning for his title. He's busy handling other beef, other conflicts, right? Like I said, with Swerve, there's more options for him to face at Forbidden Door than Will Ospreay. Okay? A lot of people said we should get this match at All In. I say we book it for next year. Next year. At any pay-per-view. It could be Revolution. It could be Double or Nothing. Personally, I would go with Double or Nothing for this match. I would have booked this match for next year's Double or Nothing. Right? That's assuming if Swerve is still world champion by that point. Or you could just do a one-on-one match between both of them, a non-title match. So, Tony Khan is too quick to give away these type of matches on pay-per-view just for the heck of it. Just to say, yeah, we have another dream match, and this is gonna, break the rating system once again. And this is why AEW is not succeeding, because you're throwing away these big matches too soon. And after Forbidden Door, nobody is really going to be talking about this match. Are people really still talking about Bryan Danielson and Will Ospreay? Maybe after a week, it died down. People stopped caring. I guarantee you after this match, people are going to stop caring after maybe a week. We're so conditioned to these dream matches, it's like we're going to get to a point where we no longer appreciate these type of matches anymore because they're just given to us now. There's no wait time. There's no anticipation. There's no proper build-up. There's no excitement. There's nothing for us to grasp onto when it comes to these matches. A lot more people probably want to see Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland. That wasn't a dream match, but guess what? It was a heated feud that spanned for about 2-3 months. And it could continue once Hangman comes back. Right? No one really saw that as a dream match. But people are still talking about their match from Full Gear. We're now in June. I bet you there are more wrestling fans, AEW fans, still talking about that death match between Hangman Adam Page and Swerve from Full Gear last year. They're still talking about that match. No one's going to be talking about this match after a week. I guarantee you. Tony Khan should have saved this match for next year's Double or Nothing, perhaps. Put this match on the back burner. Let these two cook individually without, having a match with one another. Let them do their own thing for a year. And then once you build up enough star power in both guys, then the fans are going to be excited to see them wrestle. And then you put in a storyline, right? You put in a storyline that's simple, effective, that's going to get people invested into this match.